Hey, what up, everyone? It's Corey Taylor here from Slipknot and Stone Sour, and you are being subjected to Maximum Threshold Radio, just like me.
What we've got here is
maximum voltage, maximum power, maximum carnage. This is Maximum Threshold. Call the show at
440-709-4977.
Maximum Threshold. And here's your hosts, Dom.
He's unstable, but possibly worse. He's actually quite smart. He just makes errors of judgment along the way.
Test it, bud.
Welcome, brothers and sisters, cousins and uncles and aunts and grandmothers and grandfathers and all y'all others that come together to this great big platform that we like to call the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. I'd like to thank all y'all, even though we all know y'all are related to each other somehow, some way, especially if you're over on the East Coast. We all know that branches not separate far from one another. We all know that you all are, a lot of that breeding comes together from that one branch. We know this, brothers and sisters. We know this because we look at just the way that the eyes are far, they're apart than they are than the people that are in the Midwest and on the West Coast. At least that's what I hear. So I just want to say that. You look at the people over there in Utah. Hey, from what I hear, I know some truckers that live out that area over there, and they know people who are married to, they have like 10 or 11, 12 wives and shit, and all the children they have. They don't look like nothing like that. They don't have like shit. Their eyes are normal. They're like kind of closer together. They don't look weird. They don't look like aliens and shit. So that's just what I heard. That's just coming from the western portion of the country. So that's a little bit of education. I was just dropping some knowledge to you guys. So if you're just tuning in, I just want to let you know that today is going to be full of a lot of educational facts that we're just going to be teaching you guys. So I just want to throw that out there and let you know that you've learned something today, that on the eastern seaboard of the United States, there's a lot of inbred going on. Just want you to know that. And in the Midwest and in the northeastern portion of Ohio, we're normal. Okay, I just want you to know that. Maybe a little weird and stuff, but we're normal. But when you start going out to the west, they are normal. Seriously, okay? They may have different type of cultures and styles and stuff like that, but they're okay. The eastern seaboard, different story. Yes, that's where all the trannies and all that other weird stuff goes on over there. Okay, I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so what we're going to do today is going to be a pretty cool little show here. I'm going to play a lot of music. Man, we're just going to go over some 2019 stuff. I'm not going to say what my top 10 or top 5 is or whatever that, because we're going to be compiling the stuff. We're going to actually put some thought into this. You get the guys from the show. We're going to do a comprehensive kind of event for you guys. We're going to, each of us, we got like 4 or 5 guys. We're going to put together like our top 5 each of us, and we're going to combine it. We're going to not necessarily make a vote on what the best is, but we'll play like what our top 5 are. Shit, there you go. That's what we're going to do. But one thing is, I'm really proud of my friends in Death Angel, man. They're up for getting a Grammy. So that's what I want to say. And what's this? I'm getting a text from a fan of our listener saying Ohio is not the Midwest. Nebraska is the Midwest. Where's this guy located? His name is Curtis. Where's he located? Oh, Curtis is located in Texas. How would he know? He doesn't know. So that guy lives in the Panhandle. That's right. So yeah, now he threw me off. So I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, so I want to thank. I don't want to thank. I want to congratulate. Death Angel, man, a band that we grew up with, listening to, seeing hundreds of times over the years, from the 80s, 90s, and all the way up to recent, and becoming pretty good friends with these guys, and just watching them evolve with their music, and just wow. these dudes, if they get this Grammy, man, this is thrash needs it, man, more than ever right now. And if they get this, man, total props to them, man. It's me pounding on my chest for them, man. My heart goes out to them. They deserve it. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about a few other things as well. A couple passing of some pretty cool people who left us. I got a big tribute going on as well. So I'm going to do this. This goes out to my buddies out there in Death Angel. Hope you guys get that Grammy. This goes out to you guys. I got some tribute going out to Neil Peart as well. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Man. Woo! Woo! Dun, 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 dun. Don't forget, VoltaireRocks.com. Ah, look at that. That's a badass song. Tell me that does not deserve a Grammy. That whole song is fucking just... The whole thing about it, man. There's nothing about it that just... When you listen to it, it's like, it doesn't belong to it. The whole thing just... It keeps it all together. You know, it's all there. Here's another song. Sal and the guys, man, when they put this one out, I was like, fuck, man, this one is some heavy shit. I gotta listen to this. So I got this. I was like, put it on. I put my headphones on. I'm like, yeah, this is the stuff. This is like when you gotta get a glass of wine, or if you were Curtis or Michael, you get some wine coolers out, or if you were Groove, you get yourself some of that Budweiser. What's that new shit they got out? That bubbly shit they got. I don't even know what the hell they call it. Spritzer, that Budweiser, whatever that shit is. And you just sit there and just drink it, and you put your chair back and a little straw, and you just listen to this. And you're like, yeah, turn the radio, turn it up. You start taking little sips. You're like, okay, here we go. Get ready to hit play. Hit the button. Click. And oh, yeah, here it comes. It's going to be badass. I can't wait to hear it. Yeah, here you go, man. Take another sip. And you close your eyes. You're like, this is going to be good. And you're like, oh, I better shut up so I can hear this shit. And you're like, oh, man, that's just a tease. You know there's got to be more where that comes from. You're like, I got to hear some more. Because, you know, like, man, that's some good stuff. Oh. So you're like, yeah, let's hear some more good stuff. So you're like, yeah, there we go. So you're like, okay, well, let's throw some of this in. So you're like, okay, well, let's do it. So you grab some more of this, and you're like, okay, well, let's throw this in. You're like, here you go, man. It sounds just like what we just had in. There's the beer bottles clicking against each other. Yeah, there you go, man. There's a pale horse named Death. Man, they had another one that came out there. Oh, whoosh. And another one of my favorite bands had another record that came out, Crowbot. They had one, oh man. I'm about to bust you out with another one of my favorites that came out last year. They had a bunch of cool ones that came out. A lot of good. Mother Brain by Crowbot came out, and it really brought me into their mix again, and really, and it was pretty cool that Voltan actually got to do a little run with Crowbot, because what the fuck, man? Why not? You know, it's cool going to see the bands that you like. And, you know, you become friends with, but it's even cooler when you get to do shows with them, you know? Because then you're like, fuck, man, we're brothers, you know? You know, and you're not just friends and shit, you're like peers again, you know? And it's cool shit, you know? You know, but you don't get to fucking, you don't get to eat their food backstage and shit, though. You don't get to share the green room, motherfuckers. All I wanted was a chicken wing. They wouldn't give me a chicken wing. Fucker. I wanted a bottle of water. They didn't give me a bottle of water either. Fuckers. Okay, I'm just fucking around. Okay, so Crowbot put out a kick-ass record, man. I loved it. There wasn't a shitty song on Mother Brain record at all, man. It's a great record. Go back to the last couple records before that, they're a little, you know. Then you go back a couple before that, and they're like kick ass. But this record here, Mother Brain kicked ass on it, and it's a great record. Pretty real catchy. You could tell that they were like going a little more mainstream with their stuff, man. But the melodic process was right there. And they're just trying to bring more people into their mix, and with their groovy ass catches and their hooky guitar sounds, and with Bishop just doing what he does on that guitar and with his fucking pedals, man. He's a fucking wizard, man. Him and his BC glasses, birth control glasses, man. That fucker can do it. He can't do no wrong. So here you go, man. I'm gonna play a Low Life. It's my favorite song off there. Off Mother Brain. Love it. Love that song, man. Great lyrics to it. If you watch the video of it, man, you see Brandon. He has his father in most of the videos. He plays the devil in that, and his father just died like 2 months ago. Real sad, man. He had cancer, and real bummer. Band actually stopped touring for a little bit because of that. Man, it was a real bummer. But he was his biggest fan, so man, still bummed out about that. So here you go, man. This is Crowbot, Low Life, here on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks again for tuning in to this week's edition, man. Like I said, I'm just here just to play some tunes, rocking out with you guys. I really had no agenda other than I wanted to give props to our buddies in Death Angel for, you know, going up for that Grammy, and just honoring 2019, and just going to talk about Neil Peart for a little bit, and then we're going to get out of here. And of course, I got the rock and metal news, baby.
What's up, motherfucker? This is Bishop from Crowbot, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold. Woo!
Turn off your television. They're selling superstition. Criminals and victims, slaves to the system, prisoners to the pain. The whole world's addicted, tangled up and twisted, panic pumping through our veins. Well, baby, they say I'm a low life, 'cause I'm so alive. Sold to the devil, gave up my life for the right price, but I'll survive. I'm just a low life type. I'm a low life. I'm a low life type. They'll drag you You're gonna think I'm a low-life type. I'm a low, I'm a low, I'm a low-life. I'm a low, I'm a low, I'm a low-life type. I'm trying you down into the dead. I'm a low-life type. Just show you what it's like to have. I'm a low-life type. They'll pull you till you come apart. I'm a low-life type. To turn you into what you are. I'm a low-life type. Yeah, you're no better than me.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and this is your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News report. Rammstein are set to play their first stadium tour in North America, and they are advertising everywhere. They have now advertised on a blimp in some cities. The blimp was spotted in Los Angeles, California. Make sure you catch this show. They're bringing their full stadium tour with them to North America. Check the websites for tickets. Killswitch Engage vocalist Jesse Leach is set to play live with his side project titled The Weapon. Looks like he'll be playing in New York City and the New York area. The band also includes guitarist Chris Drapeau, bassist Josh Mellick, and drummer Andy Mass. So check out if you're in those areas to see that. That'd be pretty unique. And Monuments, they've released a music video for their new single Animus on YouTube. It's the first song out featuring vocalist Andy Sizek, who replaced Chris Barretto. Drummer Mike Mallion is also back, so you can check out their video and pick it up on digital streamers. And Behemoth frontman Nurgle has released another song off his side project, Me and That Man. The album is titled New Man, New Song, Same Shit, Volume 1. The song is titled Mestu and is on YouTube now. Their new album is out March 27th through Napalm Records. Continuing with your MaximumThreshold.net rock and metal news, the band White Stones featuring Opeth bassist Martin Mendez released their first song, Worms, on YouTube and digital retailers. It's off their new upcoming album called Carré, and it's out March 13th through Nuclear Blast. The pre-orders are up now. And Yob have announced some U.S. tour dates in March. You can check out their websites for the dates, and they are also heading out on a European tour as well. And Stone Temple Pilots have canceled some upcoming shows between February 5th and March 1st. Looks like vocalist Jeff Goot had a back injury. Their Australian tour with Live and Bush and their summer tour with Nickelback are still a go at this time. And finally, Hatebreed vocalist Jamie Jasta has released a music video for the song Parasitic on YouTube. Jasta's Parasitic video was filmed on the Jasta and Friends Summer Tour in August of 2018. And he has a new album out now called The Lost Chapters Volume 2. And you can check that album out and watch his video on YouTube. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Z. And this has been your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Ron. Hey, man, that's a great supporter right there, Maximum Threshold Radio, and as well as a Voltan. So I want to thank Ron very much for all that he's done. This here was by request.
Take me back to South Tallahassee.
There you go. That's Dirty Honey with Last Child. That was from the RCA Studio Sessions. That's their Amazon original. So there you go. That was by request. I just got a text in the studio here, so there you go. I plugged it in. And they're saying, turn down the reverb. I don't have any effects here in the studio. We don't. We don't. Stay tuned for more great recipes. They send taco shells with hot dogs in them. What the fuck? I don't. Oh, this looks like something Mike Strong. I would never would have thought about putting hot dogs in taco shells. Okay, we're gonna get all service now. So, was it last week or so? Neil Peart passed away. That was a little while ago. Yeah, and he passed away. And, man, left behind a legacy. I'd say it's more than a legacy, man. Man, whew. You know, it goes back, you know. I know it's not just myself, but, you know, hundreds of thousands and people all around the world. It's, you know, when you're growing up and you find a band that you listen to that turns you on to something, and it becomes part of your life, part of your culture, your being. Not so much that it makes you do things, but it's part of you. You know, I'm trying to find the words. I don't know if I can really find what I'm trying to get at, but it makes you who you are, not as a person, but as a thinker. Maybe that's what it is. And if you're a musician, you probably can relate to that a little bit more. I've been a musician since '79, like late '78, early '79, starting off. And one of my early bands that I got into was Rush. Well, I got into music earlier than that, but I'm saying picking up the guitar, playing the guitar, listening to bands and diving into it and learning the music. Rush was one of those bands that when you listen to them, you did more than just listen to it and say, yeah, and you sing along with it. Being a musician, you listened to it and you studied it and you paid attention to it and you listened to parts to it and you tried to understand what they were getting at. And that's just the musical part. It has nothing to do with the lyrical part. Then when you got to the lyrics of it, a whole different world opens up to you. If you were not a musician and you just listened to it, you just listened to the lyrics, and that's a different world right there. But then you hear the lyrics and you're like, oh, wow, this is like fantasy world. And you're like, oh, I didn't understand what they're getting at. But it's a different dimension. And I'm not going to get all weird on you and all that, but if you take those pieces and you put them all together, that's where you got Neil Peart at. You got a guy who is not just one-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. The guy had it all together. And he was able to take a band that was just straight-up hard rock band and piece something together that was able to put together a groundbreaking collaborative effort that was revolutionary at that time and did something that I thought changed the world at the time in music. And with 2112, that was such a great change in music. And it was, you know, when you had a song that was like, 12 minutes long or whatever it was, 12 to 15, no, I think it was 15 minutes long. Let's see, I'm sorry, I was wrong. 20 minutes and 33 seconds long. When you had a song that was that long, that took on so many different thoughts and a storyline. And it just, it's a story that needed to be told. And the music behind it was just a great thing. So I'm not going to keep going on and blabbing about it because, what the hell? I gave a quick rundown what I thought. And if I keep going on, it's just going to sound like I'm just talking in circles, and I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I got 2 little songs here I'm going to play for you. One is by request. The other one is for me. So the first one by me is a nice little song. It's a short little ditty that they did. It's my favorite one. So you'll hear it. It's a nice little song. And the second one is by request. So here you guys go, man. I'm not leaving it. You guys think when I play a long song, I'm going to take a dump. But I actually don't do that with it when I play Rush. So I actually sit here and I'll listen to this. And most of the time I do close my eyes and I listen to it, and I will close my eyes and listen to the words and enjoy it all. So my favorite record of all time is right here.
Like to do for you,
Side 1 from our favorite. That's right.
This is called 2112.
Ain't going nowhere, baby. Neil, you're with us all.
The sleep is still in my eyes. The dream is still in my head. I heave a sigh and sadly smile and lie a while in bed. I wish that it might come to pass, not fade like all my dreams. Just think of what my life might be. Never love like I am seen. I don't think I can carry on this cold and empty life. Oh no.
Have a smartphone, iPod, iPad, or even Roku? Grab the app, tune in, and search Maximum Threshold and hear the show live directly from your device.
You can call in right now to the Maximum Threshold Radio Show and leave us a message at 216-929-3984. Once again, that call-in number is 216-929-3984. call. But remember, if you call in, hey, we may put your stuff up on the show.
This is Jill Janice, a huntress, and I gotta tell you, when I'm on the road, there's only one thing I'll pee into, and that's a funnel. It's called the Go Girl. I hope you have a minute to go check it out.
Hey, this is Paul Stanley, and this is Gene Simmons from KISS. The check just cleared for $2, so I'm going to tell you you're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio. Give me another $2, I'll come to your house and fuck your mom.
Impetuous boy! Oh, well, who wants to live forever?
Hey, folks, this is Rick Emmett from Triumph, and you're listening to Dominic at Maximum Threshold.
Thanks, Rick. Hey, man. Okay, we're back. Oh, man, I'm getting ready to shut this down here in a couple minutes. Oh, but I got one more song here by Rush I'm about to play for you. Another one that kind of like was the staple of Neil's journey through Rush. I mean, he did so much shit, though, through Rush. And that 2112, man, it just encapsulated so much what Rush did throughout their whole career. I mean, you could listen to like stuff they did from the beginning, the whole Neil Rutsey shit when he was in there through the whole Working Man and all that, and it goes all the way through, you know. Yeah, but that was just straight up hard rock stuff, you know, with Working Man and all that, and What You Do and all that stuff. But you take all that stuff after that with, you know, the Crust of Steel, you take all that all the way through to their last record. You push that, squeeze it all together, man. All that shit, it's all 2112. All the different sounds that they put together, all the different emotions and all that stuff intertwines together. That's all 2112. If you ever feel like what was Rush about, you let them listen to 2112. Listen to the whole record, side 1 and side 2. You listen to side 1, that's what you get. You get what we listened to just now. Throw the other side on, and then you get to hear about them getting high and shit, and you know their passage to Bangkok and all that good stuff, and you get some happy music there, and you get the other happy stuff. So, man, there you go. That's all of Rush, man. But when you get this song here, man. This is a great instrumental I'm about to play for you guys. This is such a badass song I'm about to play, YYZ. And this song has so much meaning to it. It is an instrumental, and it's the code, you know, if you're not familiar with it, it's the code in Toronto. And it's also, if you listen and it goes dan 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 dan, that's fucking Morse code as well. If you didn't know that. So Rush was just so awesome. You know, they give you, man, these guys were phenomenal. And you can learn so much. You learn stuff from like you do in modern times with Iron Maiden. You know, you get to learn stuff about fucking shit that they did. You know, with war and stuff. When you get with Rush, man, you listen like YYZ. You just, if you didn't know nothing about this song before, with me just telling you now. Now you know that it's YYZ is the international code for Toronto, an airport, and you also know that when you hear the beat to the song and that is literally it's Morse code for YYZ. So there you go, man. Check it out. Here you go. And this song, this is off of obviously it is off Moving Pictures. And that was a concert my mother took me to. I think it was in '81 or whatever the hell it was. The band FM was opening for them, and I remember I went with a couple other people. One with me and my mother drove. And I think my little brother went. He was 11, and I remember this. We didn't have close seats. We were up in the nosebleeds, but I remember the show. I remember it pretty vividly. You see. It was 81. I was 67. I was born 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was I don't remember how old. 13, 14, something like that. I know that they had the big screen up there when they had Red Bar Chata playing. They show the car driving around and shit. And I remember that. I remember the songs, and it was great, man. I didn't go see Rush a lot. I saw him a couple times, but once after moving pictures, I don't think I ever saw them again afterwards. Or I saw them maybe once, I think, a Permanent Waves or something like that. But after they got the synthesizers out, they lost me. They lost me for good. I mean, I still listen to them and stuff, but no. Oh, I know it when it came with what the hell was it? I don't remember the records because I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't in depth with them like I was as a kid when they were playing the straight harder shit, because that's what I was for. I was into harder stuff, and they lost me. And I got a funny story. So my family's all from Canada, and this is funny. At least for me, it was. So my family's from St. Catharines and Thorold, and we were out there and all throughout that area in Toronto and Hamilton and stuff like that. So we were out wandering around the streets. I was with my cousins, and I was looking at this record, this Permanent Waves record. This is because I had the record, and we're walking. I'm looking up, and I see this house. I'm like, damn, this house looks so familiar. I'm like, this is the same house that's on the cover of the Permanent Waves record. So we get back to my cousin's house. I pull the record out of his record collection. He goes, yeah, that was the house. I'm like, holy shit. So there you go. There's my Rush story. It wasn't real fun, but there's my story. So there you go. There you go. There's your Morse code, baby. Do-do-do-doot. There you go, man. One more song, and we're getting out of here for episode 575 of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. I got a song by request out there. Hey, man. Love these guys, man. Triumph. You know, I love me some Canadian. I love me some Canadian hard rock bands. Rush and Triumph, but all the other ones. Hey, we got our phone lines back in the studio. That 440-709-4977. That number's back. I got that turned back on today. So, what skipped? I don't know. So I don't know. He said something skipped. I don't know. Nothing skipped over here. Maybe that was just me making it sound like I skipped. So I'm looking at. I got a bunch of the. I go back years with Triumph. I don't know if I ever told you the story about me and Rick Emmett. We go back years. I'll tell you I think I told you guys this. Back shit. Oh, I don't remember who they were on tour with, but they played the Richfield Coliseum. I wish I knew who they were on tour with, but I don't. It was so long ago. I was a kid, and me and my friend John Student, we were outside of the venue. We were taking a piss, and this is after the venue, after it was over with, and his limo pulls up alongside us, and they roll the window down, and guy sticks his head out at us while we're pissing. He gives a thumbs up, looks at us, and we're pissing, and it's Rick Emmett. So we're just both looking at him when we're pissing. Of course, we look right at him. Our dicks out pissing at him. So I get Rick on the show here, of course, a couple times, and talked to him about it, and he didn't remember it. But I had another cool story, and he remembered this one. I actually got a ride from him one time when I was in the Navy. It was they played in San Diego. At where the hell was this at? San Diego Arena, sports arena, and I just happened to be. After the show was over, I went to this venue. Not venue, it was a bar or some shit right across the street from the place, whatever. And so I went there, and I was just sitting there, all bummed out. I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to go back to my ship, whatever. Just sitting there, and these guys come in the bar, and these people sitting next to me, and the guy's like, "You want a drink?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I didn't even look over at him. The guy gives me a shot. I do a shot. I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And I look over and I said, "What the fuck?" It's Rick Emmett and the other guys. So I'm doing shots. I'm like, "Fuck, man, I gotta get back to my ship." And it's like fucking 3:00 in the morning. They're like, "Come on, we'll give you a ride." So I get in this limo, and I get a ride to my ship with Triumph. How's that? Is that a good story? I get dropped off at my ship. I get the guys who are on guard watching me get out of this limousine. And then yeah, that's cool. It was no big deal. Get off the ship, get out of the limo, staggering a little bit, and go on my day. There you go. Life of a rocker. What can you do? So, yeah. So, this song goes out to you, Rick, and it goes out also to Groove as well. And after that, I'm getting out of here for episode 575 here at the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. I want to thank everybody for tuning into this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. We had a blast going over 2019. I didn't play a lot of songs. There actually was a lot of stuff that came out. Like I said, we're going to get more in depth of that over the next few weeks. We know January is about done with, but that's okay because the guys are going to get together. They're going to give me their feedback what stuff that they think was the best that came out last year, and we're gonna play the songs for you, and hopefully you guys will agree on what everybody thought as well. So, yeah. There you go. That's what we're going to do. So I'm getting a text now saying, getting a sore back from picking up all these names you keep dropping. Only name I dropped was Rick Emmett. Hey, I could mean, I do have a lot of connections. I'm not one I don't like to brag. I'm not like if you listen to a lot of these other podcasts, they do like to drop a lot of names. And it's pretty funny, and they should make that a drinking game. I actually did that too. I sent that over to Jamie Josta. I was like, Jamie, I got a great game for you. And he never, ever brought it up on his show. And I told him he should do that, throw it out to his fans and his listeners, that every time he drops a name, people should start drinking. But you know that he's gone against the grain and stopped drinking and doing drugs and all that. And I said, well, people could do an alternative. They could slug down some water or juice or whatever. And he still didn't get back to me on that. I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah. What's the deal with Joey Kramer and Aerosmith? He has to audition to be back in his band. Isn't that some horse shit? They didn't do that to... Did they do that to Joe? I don't think so. Joe's like, fuck you guys. Like, I don't care. Fuck yous. Don't want me back in the band? Fuck you. I'll do my own shit. I come back when I feel like it. When Steve left the band, they make him audition. They're like, we'll find somebody else. We'll get Axl Rose to take your place. Oh, damn. Okay. Here we go. This one goes out to you. This goes out to you guys. And I'm out here to see you guys next week. One of my all-time favorite songs by Rush, When the Lights Go Down. Such a great song, man. Rick Emmett. Just fucking blast, man. And this is one of my guitar gods right here. See you guys next week, baby.
Guys, this is Charlotte, your Divas champion from WWE. You're listening to Maximum Threshold, and remember, anything worth doing, do it with flair. Woo!
You just listened to Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Airs live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. until whenever the fuck they shut up. So tune in.
It is pointless to resist.